Hi, this is Suzanne in Ohio. I have a journal flip for you today. This is a very large tome style junk journal. I've been working on it for quite some time. I actually have two very similar, but I'm only showing you one today. Now, this video is going to be kind of abbreviated because this journal has so much in it and so many pieces of ephemera, it would be too long. So what I've decided to do is do this short flip through and an overview of the ephemera, and then I'll do another one in complete detail for those people that want to see everything. So check my YouTube channel for this abbreviated version and then the detailed version. All right, so the journal is 8 1/4 by 11 3/4 by 3. It's extremely big. And I've called this one Summer Whimsy. It's a total fabric cover, a textile art, and I'll show you. It's tied up with some homemade twine. And I used most of the fabrics that I used in the journal, I used in the homemade twine. It can just be untied and you can do whatever you want with that tie. It is not permanently attached. So the front, and I'm going to turn it over if my camera will cooperate, and then here's the back. The back is quilted hexagons on a foundation which forms a pocket. So this is a deep slip-in pocket, goes all the way back here to the edge of the journal. But let me tell you a little bit about the front. The front is free edge applique, and done with free motion stitching, as well as all the background is free motion stitched. I'm sure you cannot see that on the camera because it's very, very light. It's enhanced with hand embroidery and my polymer dyed laces. And I'm going to back you out here just a little bit so you can get a full view. Okay, so these hand-dyed laces are what I've offered in some of my kits. This is the hand-dyed lace as well, and then rolled flowers. So when I put it together, I put gauze sticking out the edges. It makes a wonderful, whimsical look and very earthy. So since this is a quick flip through, let's get to it. When you first open it up, the inside cover has two pockets, and I'll show you. This is a pocket here, and then this is a pocket. And I've just stuck a few pieces of ephemera in here so that you can see them. So I'll show you those. This is a replica of a very old photo packet. I copied it both inside and outside and then put it back together so you can use it as a photo pocket. This little booklet has an assortment of copy dyed papers in it. And this is kind of an elaborate card pocket tag. And it is a pocket or a tuck spot right there. It's a large tag with two tuck spots there, one tuck spot on this side. And then when you turn it over, get this correct, it's got a little thought provokers right there. And then this just fits back in there and just slips in here. All right, this is my first signature cover here. This is wallpaper. And what I did was sew and edge everything. And so when you open it up, the inside of the first signature has a pocket, which I've slipped a greeting card in there, brand new greeting card. So let me see if I can get this at a better angle. What you're going to see in this journal is a lot of my polymer dyed papers and my polymer dyed lace. So if you're interested in that, I have another whole video on it. But I'm going to flip quickly, just to flip out. Coffee dyed. A lot of the pages, I don't want to say a lot, but a good many have bead charms on them. Fabric pockets, compilation pages. These I created basically for the thought of mounting things on them, such as photographs, but you don't have quite a blank page there, so it makes something nice in case you don't want to put anything on it. Now, I just laid a few ephemera in here so you could get the idea, but the ephemera that actually goes with this journal is over 160 pieces, and it fills up a plastic shoebox. So the ones I've laid in here, I'll show you. This is a pocket card, and I have a Tussie Mussy glued on the front of it, and then these two little things slip in and out. The cluster of flowers is a writing space, and a little thought provoker with the butterfly on it. So I can see now that I'm going to come down a little closer since we're showing more detail at this point. And we'll just try to get it all in here. So I just laid that card in there. This is a belly band fabric with, I got a little stuck there, I'll fix that, with some ephemera glued on it and a teacup that acts like a stop or a tuck spot. All the pages have something on them. In this case, it's a combination of a piece of wallpaper and fabric, and this is my polymer dyed papers. Okay, a print of a vintage handkerchief with Ada cloth print on the back, a little flip out, and anytime you see the color, that is my polymer dyed paper, so I'll quit saying that. This is a piece of crewel canvas, and I stained it and used it to stitch on this fabric textile, and the fabric textile has a pocket under it so you can hide something in there. Print of a vintage handkerchief, polymer dyed papers, tuck spot, and a belly band. And I will be gluing something on this one. I hadn't decided yet what. Some journaling tags or floating pockets, whatever you want to call them. There's several of this style in the ephemera. Handkerchief and more canvas for you to put something on, whatever you want to. I was thinking of stitching this textile on it, but maybe you would want to do something else with that. The textiles almost always have a pocket in the back, and it can be stitched right along this edge. Fabric tuck spot, handkerchief, paper, hand-dyed paper, another belly band, and I'll be gluing some little ephemeras on the front of that as well. Hexagon embossed envelope, wax paper, and there is really 2 tuck spots, and it's very frail for something very delicate, so I'm not going to mess around with it. These are my fabric snippet corner tuck spots pockets that I created, and this is a print of some of that textile. And again, just another card. Now that's the last page in that signature. And then I have included something I call file folders in this journal. I created these bigger than the actual pages of the signatures, so that they would protect the signatures. They stick out and they're very firm and very sturdy, because in a journal or a tome like this, you would want to keep many, many little keepsakes. So these can handle it. So when you open it up, there are 2 pockets, and I'll take this ephemera out so that you can see what it actually looks like. So that's the background, summer background, since this one is called Summer Whimsy. And then these pockets are very sturdy. Fabric fused onto cardstock and onto a file folder. There is actually a hanging file folder inside all of this. I have another YouTube video that tells more details about it. This is a giant pocket made out of, you know, whatever scraps. Sometimes I use a lot of Ideals pages, and let's see, I know that's a pocket right there. And then the seed packet is a pocket. And I've included a lot of ephemera that can be given away as a gift, so keep that in mind. Here's another one from an Ideals page, and then superimpose the tulips on the front of it, 2 little tags that slip down in that side, and then the poem, I left it intact, so because it was appropriate. Inside, whoops, I'm getting out of frame here. Inside is another pocket, and you can see down in there. And then I included just a little writing flip-up piece right there. So I'll just tuck that back in there for right now, and then come back and fix it later. So this is the first file folder. And then comes the next signature, and this is a flip-out signature. It has several parts to it. So you can see it's fabric hinged on all sides, anywhere there's any kind of stress. A little fabric flip right there, and then starts the pages in the flip-out. So some of my compilation pages, a belly band, the bead jewelry, journal jewelry, and then here's a part of the flip out with a fabric pocket. So when you flip that over, then the whole thing flips out. Let's see if I can get this in frame. I'll scoot it over a little bit. And the next flip has sectioned pockets. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 with fabric edges on it. And then starts some pages. This is a copy of one of my plant transfer pages. It's very beautiful. I got that idea from Jibidneri. What a girl. Okay, some more hand-dyed papers, fabric tabs. The other side of that plant transfer, that's done. I did mine with inks and stains and some mica chips. So now we're on the inside cover. I'll take my little note out of there. On the inside of the cover of the next signature. And then here's an eco print paper, hand-dyed paper. Some of these fabric tabs and things I stitched on by hand. Others, you can see that right here, running stitch for this fabric pocket. And others I sewed on the machine. I wanted the difference in the look. So I kind of liked it. Plus I do a lot of that sitting down for the TV sometimes. Fabric pocket right here. Handkerchief print or dress or scarf, I'm not sure what. And then a linen fabric pocket here with the original lace on it. Fabric pocket here. And then I just laid a couple pieces of ephemera in here. I made several of these little pockets with vintage prints, and there's many of those in the selection of ephemera. You can do with them as you please. Compilation page here on this side, ideals page, and I use this as a center because this is a summer picnic, and this is Summer Whimsy. And I love that picture of that old farm, the barn. So, moving on here. And another belly band, a fabric pocket, the bead jewelry, another fabric pocket, another plant transfer, a fabric tuck spot. Let me see if I can get here just a little bit better. And a beads, the jewelry, fabric pocket, eco dyeing. And then here comes my next, the back of this signature. And the back also has flip outs. But let me show you first. This is a fabric tuck spot. And then when you open this, you have your first set of pages. Fabric pocket, handkerchief print, compilation page, textile print, just a card, a little tuck spot, compilation page with the flip out, and on this side, a fabric flip up. Now we're still looking at the journal, the back page of the journal. So let me go backward here just a minute. So this was the first page I showed you. When you open that up, you have this complete surface to attach something to, and then a pocket on this side. So that is the entire signature, just to give you a concept of it. So that is the entire signature, but both the front and the back of the signature have flip outs on them. So here's the next file folder, large picture on that, and when you open it up, I'll take this out so you can see. The lace forms a pocket here as well as the gingham. And then just some nice summer pictures in the background. And this large pocket, this gives you an example of some of the things that are in that ephemera collection. A small booklet here. And that tucks in a pocket on the pocket. And when you turn it over, you have a real nice image here. And then the pockets are all double, so they're extremely sturdy if you would want to use them as a gift packet for somebody for something. Okay, here's the last signature. Beautiful wallpaper. And I lined the inside of it with pattern tissue, and then it's all free motion sewed. Another belly band on an eco print. And there's the eco print on that side. I got a beautiful image. Those were redbud leaves. More jewelry. Page from Ideal's book. Dyed papers. Pocket. Tuck spot. Collage. Another belly band. Now, what is going wrong here? Let's see. There we go. I don't know how long that was going on. I'm sorry, folks. Let me back up for just a couple pages because I wasn't looking up and I didn't know what had gone on. But here's the another belly band, the first page in this last signature. The eco dyed print, Ideals page. It's turning the pages is what's fooling the camera. and polymer dyed papers, fabric pocket, compilation page, fabric tabs, compilation page, and that's where it's fooling itself. A little too close to the camera. Coffee dyed paper with mica chips on it. It's beautiful gold with some glimmer. Compilation page of vintage newspapers. Handkerchief, handkerchief, coffee dyed compilation. Another belly band, which I will put ephemera on there. And hand-dyed lace and fabrics here. A bead. The bead. I just love these beads. I didn't know if I would like them, but I do. I love them. They're fun to make too. Ideals page and more of the eco dyed. And then when you get to the back page of this signature, it has, of course, the bead on it, and then a pocket, and then I just slipped a few other things in here. One of those little envelopes, wax paper envelopes, and then another one of those picture folders. So that goes right there. And then when you get back here, the inside of both of the covers have pockets, as I said, and here's the pockets on this end. And I stuck a large pocket, paper pocket, floating pocket in there. It's talking about blueberry picking, and all the images coordinate. And then you can put anything you want in there. Here's another one of those very large pockets, reinforced again so that you can feel safe stuffing it full, and just a couple little journaling fold outs. So there's the journal, and I'm going to move it aside, and then I want to just show you the collection of ephemera that goes with it. It won't be a complete show because I believe it would be too long. So let me bring in the first item. This is the three-dimensional items that I made for this journal and the other journal that is almost complete. And these items would make beautiful gifts if you so chose to do it. This is another Tussie Mussy folded paper, has a space, and the fabric or the flower is a writing spot. And then this is a printout of the meaning of a Tussie Mussy, or what a Tussie Mussy was used for. It was used to convey a message through the language of flowers. And that gives the history of it right there, so you can understand it a little bit more. It is quite interesting. I'm going to put this down a little closer since we're doing detail. Okay, I'm including in this journal 2 purses. I think if you watched my other videos, you saw some of this stuff, but for the people that have not, I wanted to show them again. It's fabric sewn onto cardstock, rolled flower, little tag, and honeybee on a piece of fiber optics or whatever. The purse has a little pocket in the back with a tiny little piece of ephemera there. And there's a yellow one and a purple one. And there's the little tag for that one. So there's 2 purses. Then there's 2 pairs of, or 2 shoes. 2 vintage shoes. And let's see if I can get this to, I don't know how my lighting's doing. Should I even try this? Doesn't seem like my lighting is quite right. but this is a soft pink. I think you can see that. Cluster of flowers and a honeybee. And same thing with this one. Okay, so included in this is also 2 aprons. I have 2 aprons, both different. They are loosely attached to the cardstock, and this can be a writing surface, or you can slip something up inside of it as a gift or a hiding spot. You can also use the pocket. I stuck a cluster of flowers in this one, and you can write on the back of it. These aprons were fun to make. And then, let's see, what do we have now? Oh, this is a fabric collage. It's just patchwork heart, and it is stiff, and I'm going to sew a pocket on the back of that and a little tab. You could hang that up or use it as a gift giver. And the enhanced paper clips or loaded paper clips that go with this journal, here's, you can see the back, there's the paper clip, and then it's a collage of fabric and all of these kind of things. Another paper clip, and this actually is the image of the journal front before the lace was applied. So that's a paper clip too. And another one. You can think about how beautiful the pages will be with these adhered to them, clipped on. But I didn't want to assign anything to any certain page because the owner of this journal might have their own ideas what they want to do with these things. Here's a one of the beehive images before it was enhanced, and a smoker for the beehives. And then this little tag paper clip. Okay, now that's the three-dimensional items, and I've showed you those in detail, but the rest of these things I'm just going to go through more or less in general. So let me back this out here a little bit. And I'm just showing you this because this much ephemera actually fills up this plastic shoebox. So let me show you a few of these things, and I'll set this aside and take them out by handfuls here, and then we'll see, so you can see what you have. Okay, give it a second. Okay, so there is so much busyness to this. I'm just going to show you quickly. There's several of these items. Hold on, bringing us back down. Okay, these are little journaling cards, collaged fabric cards. You can write on the back. Collage cards, tags, call them whatever you want. This one has a tiny pocket for that teacup. Oh, another paper clip that got mixed in. And then there's several of this style that I brought together using some vintage images. Now I'm going through these quick. I'm not going to unfold everything, but these are fold out. These are all fold out writing surfaces. You can see. Just a card, appropriate for a gift giver. Fold out. Writing surface, writing surface, writing surface. Vellum pocket with vintage handwriting on it. Simple card. Pockets. made with Ideals pages. Ideals page, little collaged. And then these tags, you can see a lot of these in detail on one of my other videos. So I'm just going to go through them quickly. Craft paper, fabric tuck, collage card, a mini book with different things in it. This is not only a flip open book, but a tag tuck. These are on that other video if you'd like to see these in detail, how I made them. The ones you're looking at right this second are recycled greeting cards. This little collage tag was fun to make, and it has a fold-out writing surface that looks like an envelope. And these collage tags, I just love collaging. It plays with your brain and gives you a way to use up all your small items. And then here's some telegrams. I created these whimsical little telegrams with writing in mind. Those are the small ones. Here's the larger ones. And I'm being quite generous with the ones I'm sending with the journal because you might want to actually use them like a greeting card. You could fold them over or just slip them in an envelope and write your greeting on the back of them. This is a repurposed envelope. I lined it with vintage text. It's embossed. It has fabric tuck. And then these, what you're seeing is my hand-dyed lace. Beautiful envelope. Very sturdy because I reinforced every part of it. Let's take out another handful here. And collage tag. Collage tag. Let's get this in the right spot. This little tag's so cute, declaring summer. And then there is a little tuck spot right there for some tiny little pieces. And this is on my hand polymer dyed cards or file folders. And these two, similar but different, just so much fun. Okay, this is my acetate overlay pieces that I learned how to do from Shabba Dabba Doo on YouTube, and I really enjoy doing these. So part of the image is on acetate, the other part is a print of one of my original watercolors. You can see that on a YouTube video. Another Ideals pocket with things in it. And then this little thing, I just love this because it's a bee in my bonnet, and I created these bonnets, and the bonnet is a tuck spot, as you can see right there, and then there's a bee in her bonnet, and then two matching tags, and then the picture continues on the back side. These are kind of three-dimensional items. Again, Jib and Neri did something similar to this. She created things that look like scientific specimens. She enclosed a piece of artwork inside the acetate. I printed right on the acetate as if you're going to look at it under a microscope or something. So there's honeybees there. I don't know if you can see from the glare. And some film strips of some vintage honeybee pictures. And it just makes a wonderful presentation. Very interesting. All right, another handful. Collage card, collage collage card, pocket, 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 pocket. That's a pocket. Of course, these are all floating pockets. Pocket, pocket, postcard, another pocket, pocket, and most of them are decorated on both sides because if you don't want to glue them down, then you've still got something nice to look at. This is a floating pocket with pockets with tags in it. Same thing here, fabric pocket, ephemera in there. And then here's 3 of those acetate prints with writing area on the back. And all 3 of these are done on my hand-dyed paper. Really pretty. A little 3-dimensional frame with rolled back edges with a famous saying on it. Another pocket with a tag. Okay. And then this is a little handful of, let me see about moving some of this stuff out of the way. This is a stack of booklets that go with the journal. You can see how many there are. Some of these I've already showed on another video, but in case. So this one has the poem by John Greenleaf Whittier about telling the bees, because there is a slight emphasis on honeybees in this journal, and I thought that was fascinating. I think somewhere in this journal I had the meaning of telling the bees also. So there's one booklet, and then these little booklets I made out of ideals pages. I folded them over so they are double, and each flap of the journal is a pocket, and then you can put things in that. So in this case, it's an assortment of papers, and here's one of my textile tuck spots, a copy of it, little piece of ephemera, so you can see how nice that would work. And again, these can be give as gifts. Since it's summer, here's a view of a summer farm, the pockets in each of the front and back flaps, and an assortment of papers. In this one, I put some of those photo sleeves, and it will work really nice. That is open there. I can't get my thumbnail on there. And you could slip things in there, photos or little pieces of notes, whatever you're working on. Another booklet from old ephemera. This one has a pocket, coffee dyed and stained and collaged papers, tuck spot in both the front and the back on that leaflet. Another ideals book, little booklet. That was an ideals picture. I folded it over. And then in the center of this, I made like a little file folder, tuck spots on both sides, using parts of the same image. I like this one, Dream Big. And if you look at the image pretty close, and I think there's more inside, the girls have a lemonade stand. Yeah, there it is. A tuck spot, collage page, tuck spot, ephemera, little paraphernalia, another tuck spot, another pocket with a piece of writing ephemera in it. This one is a pocket, just various papers. What would summer be without roses? So I chose this ideals print. And then this is a tuck spot right here. And it has several tuck spots throughout the book, with mostly coffee dyed papers in that one. Life of the Honeybee, a small booklet, but still plenty of writing space on that. picture of a textile, papers, lines, and these are plain and simple, but they have lots of writing space in them. So there's that one. Fold outs on the edges of the pages. And that's that stack. Now let me see if I can keep this camera from going out of focus. We get something else in the screen. Oh, a glassine, well, parchment paper bag. This is a very well-known painting about a tea party, and it has pockets in it for you to put ephemera and mount something on that. These are some very large envelopes that you could use for gifts, and all I did was print off some of my textiles on them. You can see how I did that in another video. Let me move some of this. Alright, a little card tag, pockets on both sides of it. Same thing here, 2 pockets, 1 on each side. Pocket with matching tag, tag with a pocket. Vintage bicycle images. That was a famous hobby for people when bicycles first became available. I think it's so interesting. Another repurposed greeting card tag, a collage tag. The background is an ideal page. These images are my original textiles, which I copied and put on there. Makes a beautiful large writing tag. A poem about August. And then these are, I loved doing these. I used ideal page images, but I worked them up as if they are a postcard. I distressed them around the edge and printed or glued them on the back of a copy of a vintage postcard. Here's another one, plowing the field, vintage postcard. Collage. And all of them have writing space. Another card, writing space. This is just an envelope made out of a print of a vintage handkerchief. You can use that for whatever. This is a little flip open writing on the back of that card. Distressed seed packets, and all of them have something. Not only is the seed packet a pocket, but then they all have something on them somewhere else for writing spaces. Simple pocket, and this is a pocket with tags in it. Pocket, file folder style pocket. Ideals page pocket, right here. Very pretty. Tuck spot. Did I tuck that? Oh no, that's the ephemera that goes inside, but it can hang out the edge, so it's obvious that it's in there. Simple writing space with a tuck spot pocket. Pocket, 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 another pocket, 2 more seed packets, both with interesting things on the back of them. For instance, here we have a tuck spot with a little card, and then a floating book page pocket, and this has a tuck spot, and then this one, and then just a couple more little items, a greeting card, and these were postcards of sorts, and the images were appropriate for summer, So I put them in this journal. And there's plenty of them for you to write on and send to a friend. So there you have it. Well, I had to ask myself what the star of the show was for this journal, and I couldn't decide. It has over 160 pieces of ephemera, but the book itself is really, really a work of art. I've spent over 4 months working on this, especially the fabric parts of it, the applique, the embroidery, the dyed lace, the construction. I put this journal together with a double hidden spine for strength, and the pages, or the front and back cover, are mounting board, which is considerably stronger than just cardboard. So there you have it. This is my Summer Whimsy tome, massive size journal, very large. It is on my Etsy site if you're interested. I will put the description or the link below. But if you need to just go there and look for ideas, that's wonderful too. And thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. And I'll see you again soon with the next journal.